Skyrim
How
has
can the
always
gods let
involved-
this happen?
Be seeing
Goodbye.
you.
Well, hello.
Guards! Guards! We've got a pickpocket here!
Stop! You violated the law. Pay the court a... Then pay with your...
So, were you able to find out about the gold or not? How could you stand sharing a cell with that imbecile? So he told you another one of his tall tales. I hope you didn't believe him. What's he got in store for me? He sent you to kill me, is that it? What if there was another way? What if he thought I was dead, but I wasn't? Then he'd tell you the location of the gold. What did he need as proof? That fetcher. He knows this is the only heirloom I have left from my family. Only he would stoop so low. Look, I know you could just kill me where I stand. But what if I gave you the amulet and you bring it to him? Then he'd say where the gold's stashed. You kill me here and now. And as far as the town guard is concerned, it's a crime. So you make your choice. You want to do it my way or Jorunda's? I knew you'd make the smarter decision. Good. Here's the key to the chest by my bed. Inside you'll find the amulet Jorunda wants. Take my amulet to him. Get the gold and bring half of it back here to me. If you don't come back, I'll let the guards in on our plan. You'll be hunted all over Cyrodiil. You don't want that, do you? I don't think so. Good luck. I warn you, don't cross me.
Yes?
Greetings, Imperial.
I've heard that Arentus Falvius at the chapel can conjure up creatures.
It hardly seems appropriate for a priest of the 9 divines, but they put up with it.
How do you do? We're here to help. What a bother. Don't be too long about it. I got to stay with you, so there isn't any funny business.
Show me the proof. So, she's dead, eh? Finally, someone has wiped that stupid, smug grin off her face. Good. Well, you did your part of the bargain, now I'll do mine. The gold is buried outside the walls of Bruma, near the North Gate. Goodbye. I don't expect to be seeing you anytime soon. If I were you, I'd get out of Bruma fast before the guards catch on that she's dead.
Don't get too close to the prisoners. No touching the locks. I haven't got all day. How are you today? I'm here for Jorunder's gold, and you're my only loose end. I've been hoping to get someone in his cell and loosen his lips, and then you showed up. You really should be more careful when you talk in the dungeons. The sound tends to carry. Jorunder's such an idiot. I've taken care of Honora. She won't be around to point the finger, and Jorunder's not going anywhere for a long time. That just leaves you. I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm! This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death! You're pathetic. This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death! Yeah! You're pathetic.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves or Reynold Drayless will be allowed access. The culprit in this crime has already been dealt with. It's just a matter of wrapping up the details. I'd tell you more, but frankly, I don't know who you are, so I'm not sure that I can trust you with that sort of information. All right. Well, isn't that sweet of you? I appreciate the gesture. See, was that hard? Every little bit helps. Oh, please. No, you do me too much honor. Not funny. Not even a little bit. Remarkable. I'll take that, and thank you very much. For me. Thanks. Sorry. I suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Word is bound to get around Bruma anyway. Turns out that Braden Lyrian is a vampire. Or was. If it wasn't for Reynold Drayless, we may have never uncovered the truth. Let me explain. In the last week or so, we found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks. The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. Vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Reynold arrived in town. He said he was a vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Braden was sleeping. He was able to slay him at that point. Luckily, Braden's wife wasn't home. Poor thing. She didn't even know her husband was infected. We did a follow-up investigation, and it's true that no one recollects seeing Braden out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you. So you can see we really don't need any help. But thanks for the offer. As far as I know, he was a good man. I never saw this coming. But vampires are masters of deception, so I guess it makes sense. I'm impressed. It only took him a day to track the vampire down. I guess that's why he does it for a living. Feel free to question anyone in town. They shouldn't give you too much trouble.
Excuse me.
I can't believe this is happening. Please, please, I need your help. My husband was no vampire. It's ridiculous. No one will listen to me. Forgive me. I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. Anything you can do to help would be wonderful. This is all happening so fast. I came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open, and my Braden dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly. I heard the Dunmer identify himself as Reynold Drayless. He said he was a vampire hunter and that Braden was his mark. The guards seemed to know about Reynold, and after a search of the house, the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement. The guards sent for Carius, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. In minutes, Reynold convinced Carius that Braden was a vampire. Well, of course it does. It was obviously planted here. Why would he stash a body in his own house? That's ridiculous! And another thing, the guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Braden out in the daylight. Well, of course that's the case. He works at night and has to sleep during the day. Why does that make him a vampire? It's all that Reynold character. I don't trust him. The thing that bothers me the most is that I swear I've seen him before. Of course, he says he's never been here. There isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name. I have no idea where he'd be. Just find him and make him tell you the truth. I swear he's a liar. I know I sound desperate, but I know I'm right. Hello.
Oh, you're back.
Hello.
Hello. What? Yes, the vampire hunter. As far as I know, he just showed up recently here in Bruma. Not only that, but he already found a vampire among us. Apparently, Braden Lyrian was one of those vile creatures, and Reynolds slew him. Kind of strange, though. I never figured Braden to be a vampire. He seemed to be such a likable fellow. Bye.
Hello. Hello.
Sorry, I have a lot of work to do.
So, any new revelations in your, investigation? I'm sure Erlene is very upset. She'll be safe, though. Raynal has confirmed with us that she isn't infected. Her accusations that Raynal is lying is not surprising. At this point, she's so upset that she'll say anything to deny what really happened. I suppose if I found out a loved one was something as horrid as a vampire, I'd find any excuse not to believe it either. I'll warn you about one thing. I understand you wanting to help Erline by checking up on Raynal. We have it on good authority from officials in a neighboring city that Raynal is what he says he is. So I'm not sure what you're trying to prove. I'm only allowing you to do this investigation, and I use that term very loosely, because Erline is so distraught. Keep up the, good work, I suppose.
Take this. It's from a friend.
Good to see you.
It's you. Hi. What is it now? Anyone looking for work should consider the Fighters Guild. I hear they're always looking for recruits. How about that? Isn't Sirach an excellent healer? Yes? Yes, the vampire hunter. As far as I know, he just showed up recently here in Bruma. Not only that, but he already found a vampire among us. Apparently, Brayden Lyrian was one of those vile creatures, and Raynil slew him. Kinda strange, though. I never figured Brayden to be a vampire. He seemed to be such an likable fellow. I don't know what you're talking. Goodbye. Hello! What can I do for you? I know I may be out of line by saying this, but I think the city guards may be wrong. It's hard to imagine Brayden was a vampire. I could have sworn I saw him outside in the daylight before. Unless he just got that disease very recently, I'd say they were mistaken. When I heard Raynil killed him, I didn't know what to think. But after your visit here, I'm beginning to wonder. I usually don't give out that kind of information, especially to people I don't know. We'll see. Handsomely, well, I appreciate the gesture. Thank you. How kind. Blah, blah, blah. What a bore. Don't be silly. Good one. Yes, whatever you say. That'll get you something. Sure, that's cute. Don't, please. I'm sorry. I doubt you really mean that. Don't make me laugh. That works for me. I usually don't give out that kind of information, especially to people I don't know. Please, go on. Thank you. How kind. Raynill's staying in the last room down the hall upstairs. Here's the key. I always liked Brayden and Arlene. They were a nice couple. I hope you get to the bottom of this, because I don't believe he was a vampire either. Hello! What can I do for you today? Gelliborn? That's odd that you should mention that name. Reynold told me that he was the last vampire he hunted. Yeah, that's right. Somewhere in Skingrad, I believe. He said he tracked Gelborn down and killed him. That's apparently why the guards trust him so readily. They had gotten word from Skingrad's City Watch about Raynil and his so-called accomplishment. And nothing else I can tell you about him. He comes and goes and doesn't talk to people much. Just look for me if you need anything else.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Oh, so, any new revelations in your, investigation? How'd you know about that? Ah, too many people don't know how to keep quiet about official matters. Very well. The Skingrad City Watch informed us that Gellerborn was killed by Raynor not too long ago. Gellerborn was a vampire as well, obviously. What do you mean you disagree? That's a bold statement. What proof do you have that Gellerborn was not a vampire? I don't know what to say. It all makes perfect sense now. Why else would Raynor have removed this journal from the crime scene in Skingrad? I heard no mention of a key either. It must have been removed by Raynor from Braden's body before we arrived. To think that 2 innocent men were killed, and that I'm responsible for one of their deaths. I'm speechless. I will rouse the guard and begin a search for him in the city. Meet me at Olav's Tap and Tack in 1 hour.
Hello.
Good morning. Whatever I can do. What's your story? Isn't Sirach an excellent healer? A good healer makes for a happy town, and Sirach almost seems like another Nord to me. How about that? Have you heard any word about the other provinces? I've heard that the Nords of Skyrim have been warring with the Red... Anything else I can help with? Just look for me if you need anything else. Yes? Bye. Anything else? I've got a room, and a cheap one at that. You're looking for one? Right then. Head up... Just look for me if you need anything else.
Just before I arrived here, I received a report from one of our scouts watching the roads. Raynor was spotted heading west out of Bruma. The scout tried to follow, but lost him in the mountains. The only cave to the west that comes close to the one described in Gellerborn's journal is Boreal Stone Cave. That must be where he's headed. You must get there before he acquires whatever artifact is being kept there and makes his escape. I'm keeping the city guard in Bruma, as Raynor doesn't know we're after him. If he sees a guard, he may panic and run. You're my only hope at the moment. Please, you have my authorization to do everything you can to bring him to justice. If he won't surrender, I think you know what to do. Hurry. I fear you have a day at the most to stop him. If all you say is true, Raynor will answer for Braden's death. Raynor will pay for both crimes. Gellerborn was likely another innocent he's slain. I'll make sure Skingrad's City Watch hears of this. I can't wait to get my hands on Raynor. He'll become very familiar with Bruma's dungeons, or the end of my blade if he doesn't come peacefully. Please hurry. Raynal may make a break for the open road at any moment.
Whatever I can do.